I will present each topic as a short, listener-friendly script in English, with each topic summarized in 3 to 4 lines and preserving the key details. Topic 1. Iraq and Syria agree to restore an oil pipeline as an alternative to the Strait of Hormuz. Iraq and Syria have agreed to rebuild an oil pipeline linking the two countries to bypass the Strait of Hormuz. The deal was signed by Basra Oil Company and the Syrian Oil Company at a U.S. Chamber of Commerce event in Washington, with the U.S. Energy Secretary presiding over the signing. The pipeline originally was destroyed and shut after the 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq. The past northern route ran from Kirkuk to the Syrian Mediterranean coast with a nameplate capacity around 700,000 barrels per day, while alternative southwest routes, Basra Haditha, Turkey's Ceyhan, or Syria's Banias, have been proposed to carry up to roughly 2 million barrels per day. The announcement welcomed U.S. and U.S.-led international consortium participation, but analysts note that reactivating and expanding the pipeline requires resolving construction, investment, and security issues across several countries and could take years, with Goldman Sachs estimating at least 2.5 years. Background and limits. The move responds to export disruptions from Strait of Hormuz risks after Iran-U.S. hostilities, and while pipelines could hedge Hormuz risk, experts warn Iran still could strike land infrastructure. Ports, loading facilities, pumps, terminals, and some oil is already being trucked to Syria's Banias port with potential for pipelines to replace a significant share of Hormuz flows. Topic 2. U.S. military says it completed another round of strikes against Iran. U.S. Central Command reported a 7th consecutive day of strikes against Iran, concluding at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, targeting military logistics, underground weapons storage, and maritime capabilities, while continuing enforcement of a maritime blockade against Iranian ports. CENTCOM also reported intensified maritime control actions in recent days, diverting 4 commercial vessels, disabling 1, and boarding 1, while Iran said it suspended commitments under an Islamabad memorandum with the U.S. and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, claimed it stopped 4 vessels that had been sailing under U.S. protection in the Strait of Hormuz. The exchanges triggered drone and missile attacks that struck Kuwait and Bahrain, caused a fire at a Kuwaiti desalination plant, disrupted regional security and commercial shipping lanes, and pushed oil prices higher, undermining the tentative ceasefire deal reached last month. The situation has produced broad regional disruption to security and commerce and heightened economic consequences, with observers warning the fragile truce may be deteriorating. Topic 3. Anthropic in early talks with Meta to secure compute capacity. Meta may monetize spare AI infrastructure. AI company Anthropic is in early negotiations with Meta to rent parts of Meta's AI infrastructure to secure compute capacity for large models, as reported by media. The New York Times suggested the deal could be up to about $10 billion over 2 years, though other outlets stressed such figures are speculative, and both companies declined comment. Anthropic already has large compute arrangements with SpaceX, Colossus One, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, reflecting that high-performance AI chips, largely NVIDIA products, remain a major constraint for scaling models. Meta is expanding data center and AI infrastructure investment, planning roughly $125 to $145 billion in capital spending this year, and has considered leasing surplus compute to third parties as a monetization strategy. If Meta becomes a compute provider, it could compete directly with Amazon, Microsoft, and Google in cloud-like offerings, increasing interdependence among AI firms for chips and servers, giving Meta a path to monetize its AI build-out and enabling Anthropic to scale high-performance models and capacity for paying customers. Topic 4.